everybody, it's Kelly, and I am back with another video. So let me grab our stream. I just realized I didn't get the one from yesterday. So let me take that one out for us so we can see that while I'm waiting for our, there we go. I think our stream is up. It's going to say while I'm waiting for our stream. Patiently waiting for our stream. There we go. Now it's up. Okay. So I have lots of pictures today. Hey, Claire. Yes, bonsoir. I had a meeting today with my best friend and daughter-in-law about our trip, and we are basically all set, and I think I have them kind of on the same page. So we had a couple of little things to nail down, but very exciting. So here's yesterday's page, day number 15, and then this is today's for yesterday. And I had told you I was going to get to see my grandkids. Hey, Tammy, good to see you. I was going to get to see my grandkids, which we did. So that was fantastic and so much fun. And I will tell you, I don't have doubts about whether I am with the right guy or not. But if I had, last night would have proved that I am. He is so good with my grandkids and they love him. And he's so good about like seeing who they really are as people and like what they want and need from him. He's amazing. And it's all instinctive, you know, and that's just what it is. And he raised 2 stepsons, so that definitely helped. But you know, he's a dad. So, but still, I don't get to see him in that role very often because his stepsons are, you know, in their mid and late 20s now. So I just don't see him that way very often, or especially with little kids. So anyway, it was just heartwarming to me. My daughter-in-law and I talked about that today, and she said too, yeah. So I was so in the moment, I didn't take any photos. And my darling little 4-year-old grandson captured me almost right away. Apparently, he had been waiting for Grandma Kelly all day. And I always say I will take his obsession right now, because there were many years when he was little where he was afraid of me and everyone else. So he's a 2019 baby, but COVID hit at the wrong time for his socialization. So anyway, we're basically dealing with black and red and green. I'm probably going to add in some blues here. I have 4 pictures here, but I'd like to get in some decoration, and I'd also like to get in, excuse me, you're still going to hear me cough, even though I'm feeling really good. But I'd also like to get some decoration in, which I'm planning on doing here, and then a flip up here for the journaling card. So we're going to get a little tricky here today. And then this will be the back side of a 4x4 page protector. So I think what I'm going to do, just to keep these easy for now, is I'm going to pop these in here so I don't lose track of where I want them to go. And this was, I think I said we were probably going to do a light show, and we did do that. We went out to dinner. We had a really lovely night. I have discovered, though, I really need to be home by 8 right now so I can be in my jammies and resting again. But other than that, you know, I mean, that's just tolerance. When I saw my best friend today, they've been gone for a little bit. And she could not believe how I had been feeling, because when she left 10 days ago, I was sick, but okay. And she's a former nurse, so she's like, ooh, you have a bad one, because that's a bounce back virus. I'm like, I know. So anyway, things are really good here. Got lots done. Okay, so there's the general format of what's going on. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to really see this, but this was the 12 days of Christmas, and there 3 French hens is sitting right here, and there's 1, 2, 3, and the Eiffel Tower is right there. I also happen to be wearing a pair of Eiffel Tower socks today that my sister gave me for our little meeting. So, and one of the things I love about this particular light display of the ones that we go to is that it's very nature driven, so they highlight trees a lot. I mean, there is stuff like this where they're light displays, but definitely very trees and that kind of stuff. So I do want to try to use some of these words today. So the tradition would be a good one for this. Maybe I'll look at these right away and I'll just tuck this in. I like the Mary Mary just because it takes up some room here. But then I think you lose the importance of that behind that. This Family Fun could be cute for that, because that was Family Fun. Oh my gosh, I think they missed me as much as I missed them. Oh, I'm sorry, Tammy. That's awful. Yeah, this one's a toughie. If you have that one, I kind of like there too. So I'm not gonna, special recipe, Merry Christmas, holiday, oh, holiday magic would be good too. Like 'tis the season up here and holiday magic down there. Okay, I like that. Oh, I forgot to look at these. Oh, and this love one, the Family Fun and Love can go over here somewhere, I think, because I just love how that man is with those kids. And I told him that last night. I said, you're incredible. And he's like, oh, you're silly. But I'm like, no, you really are incredible. It's just so natural to him. And he always says, children and old ladies love me. And I said, so I know I'm not a child. And then he laughs. So anyway, let me drop those all back in there. Okay, then I had said I thought I might like to get in, that's kind of a cool thing, except I can't use that punched out. So I could do this, because I do like, this. Okay, so if I pull this aside here, I'm gonna hold those over there. Don't let me forget those. Hey, Julie, good to see you. But I'm thinking, is that gonna be a lot? Okay, so maybe what we should do is kind of start, this is where things get a little tricky. And I'm going to pop this one in here. This is a little big. So I'm going to put these back to back here already. I can trim these then and kind of get an idea what this is going to start to look like. Sometimes that's why I think it's important to put them into the pockets, because I think that gives you an idea. So let's get this one on. And now I'm always looking to see, like, what can I eliminate? This one I love because my second grandson can be a bit of a hard sell sometimes, and he loves my boyfriend too. And my boyfriend said to me last night that he gave him a big hug, and I saw that when he left, and he said, I don't think he's hugged me yet. And I'm like, oh. So, but once you have them, you have them. Once you get it. And they were just, and he walked up to my boyfriend and said, can you come with me? I want to show you something. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. Okay, so then this one will go here. So my granddaughter was kind of wound up last night. So they were playing keep away and tag and all sorts of fun stuff. She's one of the ones that I call her his fan club. Okay, so we're gonna do that one. And then this one will go here. I think on green. Let me grab my paper here. I'll just use a scrap that I have of this green that matches this. And then this will start to give me a really good feeling. And I could have used, I guess I could have used the LA Studio green, but this is a little bit more blue-green, and since I'm going to do that, I think I will stick with this one, and I think that's okay. I could have mixed the LA Studio green in here if I'd wanted to. It would have been fine. Okay, I did not cut that very evenly, so I'm gonna trim that. And we're gonna trim this a little bit here. Okay, so then this goes here. Oops, here we go. See where that edge of that frame is? So that's why I'm having to put this back in here. Originally, oh, I didn't even realize this is like the same pattern on top, but that's okay. I'm good with that. So I could do the love down here and family fun here, even though really I love the that picture of the two of them, and I'm hoping to find okay, so then we're gonna do this, and these still are the page protectors where they don't slide in. So let me make sure. Would help if I did these right though. Yeah, that's where the piece is. Okay, that means I always have to think about this when I do this. Okay, we're gonna fold it there. That'll attach there. And then you'll have that. Now, so to make this, I'm just gonna slip this in here. And these are, I didn't tell you what these were, just in case you, excuse me, hadn't seen me use these before. These are the Simple Stories ones. So then, I need to find what card is going behind this when I flip it up. And I just decided you can do whatever you want, you know, but when I flip this, then you'll still get the continuity of the photos across the top there. So let's take a look. I'm looking out my window right now. My neighbors have their lights on their balcony, and it's so beautiful. And they're young. I mean, they're like babies, and I think it's so cool that they okay, so we're gonna now flip that, because this and this we want to work together. That Currently Loving, actually, the Simply the Best is nice. This Magical Moment isn't enough, and I think I really want a lot of journaling because I can journal multiple lines through there. And I do like the little bit of red here. I also have that one that I could use, but I do like the Simply the Best and Currently Loving there. So let's kind of flip. Oh, this is kind of cool though too. It says all the things I love. And I do like that sentiment because it's time with grandkids, it's him, and then it's the lights. So let's look at doing that one. That is all the things I love. Well, it's really, I guess things too, because part of it is that light show we did. Okay, so then this is going to have to be trimmed, I think. Got a weird, the way this cut, this looks like this was a cut apart. It cut a little weird. It might see a little white edge from this photo. Let's see which is the best side. Okay. I always look at that, like, which is the best side to trim from, so that when I put these together, it makes sense. Okay, so let me just make sure that this is proper. Yes, okay, so that'll work, which means this needs to trim just a little bit here. And then it's always so much fun to, hey Sue, good to see you live. Okay, so let's take this off. I do find that that little pokey tool that I use can come in handy if you're doing this. I'm just gonna flip this. Try to get this even with that top edge there. And with these, you are going to get a little overlap to this other side, but you know, there's nothing that important on that photo that it's not going to work. So I'm just creasing, pressing down. If I really want to give it a good crease, but be gentle, I do have my bone folder here. So I have a little, it was a flower pot that I got as a housewarming gift many years ago, but it, I should show you this. It's in my, but anyway, it's never held flowers because it's really not, you can't drain from it. So this is always set in my scrapbook room because my scrap room is really like blue and yellow. Technically, it's not right. Well, it is kind of right now, but not completely. Okay, so then this will sit here. This will flip. And then there's that. Now that little double piece there doesn't bother me so much, but if that bothers you, you know, just kind of watch for stuff like that. Okay, so then I'm thinking this here, maybe the family fun here. Yeah, I think I'm going to do it on this side because the weight of this photo is really to the left there. Good thing we record those, right, Sue? I get everybody's busy at this time of year. I will say I do love weekends, though, because I can be a little more choosy about when I do this. During the work week, it's when I have time, when I'm not working. Okay, so then this, I'm just going to pop this here. And my thought is I'm going to do some kind of little confetti-like thing with stickers or something like that. And I don't know what that looks like yet. We'll figure that out. Okay, so now I've got like at least the sides in. Are you seeing how smoothly Big Red is working? compared to what was going on with poor Pinky at the end of her life. It's amazing. Okay, so just getting that, there's a little bit of glue showing in that V there. So getting that L down here, that here, that here. I do need my number somewhere. Maybe if I have something big enough, that number could go right here. So we're on day 16. I'm trying to keep it, keep myself honest. But I know you'll all help me with that. If I'm not. I love these Pinkfresh alphas, but they don't have dates, which would have been like perfect for there. I like that size. But maybe, ooh, although I do have this candy cane one. Does that have any? Okay, so I've got a 16 there. And this alpha doesn't either. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's because it's another Pinkfresh one. See, oh wow, look at this. We have not used, those might be too small. I actually prefer this little candy cane one to the other one. Let's see if this will work or if this is a little bit too distracting, because I like the size of this one. I think. And I really like mixing my alphas up. I have to in the end because my December daily actually goes for more than 12 days, or 12 days. It goes more than 30 days. Okay, so this is the LA Studio Puffy Alphabet stickers from this year, the candy cane ones. I have not been, I didn't check all the stuff for supplies, but I know there were things that were still available. And unlike the last couple of years, LA Studio actually did sell quite a few things separately, which I thought was really nice. Now, I will say that the 16 kind of disappears in here compared to the other stuff that's going on. So if that's not your jam, think about that, but I'm actually okay with how that looks. Okay, so we've got the love, we have the family fun, and then I did say I was thinking about something scattery. I don't know what that is yet. So I'm just looking to see what I might have that might work here. I'm going to bring these in here, but we're getting close to that. There's some of these, but I only have, I have 6 of them. So could I could probably scatter these and some enamel dots around, these little puppies. I also have plenty of hearts. I don't think anything's little tiny, not little tiny scattery stuff there. So maybe like a green one up here to kind of bring your eye towards that 16. Now remember, I have another side where I'm going to want to think about that for bringing things kind of together. And then I think because this red is so dominant here, I'm going to bring red through here. That way. Okay. Maybe something, there's a lot of dead space here, but I think we're going to kind of leave that at the moment as is. And now I'm going to do a flip with this. And I think I said Holiday Magic and 'Tis the Season, which actually works out. Yeah, that's a little bit too big. That takes up a lot of real estate there. So I'm going to do the flip, but I'm I'm going to go back because this can actually go in here, because I don't think I'm going to use any more space. We'll pop this into, there we go. So again, Simple Stories. This is a Simple Stories pocket that I'm using if you're curious. There are ways you can do that, you know, by cutting page protectors apart and that kind of stuff. I don't need to do it, fortunately, but you can. Okay, so then this one, we're living dangerously here and popping stuff onto the piece there. And then this one, put the holiday magic right there. Oops. So then I'm going to do a little bit of reversing here, I think. So I have some red to work with, and I have some pink to work with here. What colors did we use here? We used red and the green. So maybe the pink here. And I know I'm, you know, gonna hide that. Maybe I won't. There we go. Okay, I can kind of get that on there. And then the green one here. We'll just do that. And then I don't know about any more little scattery stuff. I might leave this as is. This is another one of those layouts. Let's see. Oh, Sue, that's a great idea. With your morning coffee. I do that a lot too. Tammy, it's fairly weighty. Certainly much, much, much heavier than a tape runner. And I'm not a great judge of hands, right? Because I'm a massage therapist. So I don't have strong arms. I have strong quads and really strong hands. I can open pickle jars by myself. So I'm not a great judge for people who might have issues with that, but you could go if you have a store near you and check it out just to see, or if you have an Amazon account, you can always order it. If it doesn't work, send it back. Okay, so there's not little tiny baby scattery things here that they're more like some of those cute little cosmic stars and that kind of stuff. And I think this is enough. This is one of those cases where I think there's, again, so much going on in the photos that I wanted some decoration for some relief from the photos, but I don't think we need to be adding a lot in this particular case. Oops. This becomes a little harder sometimes to decide what layer I need to put a photo in here. So hold on a second so I don't get this. The good news is this one's at the top. But you can put those extra, you can put these extra little pockets wherever you want to. Okay, there we go. And I think that considering we have that big aqua wall in the back, that this actually works pretty, and M4 is wearing aqua. That little bit of blue is really helping and relieving, and they'll be, you know, they'll be a little bit further apart, but I'm liking that. The Candy Cane 16 is okay, but I think it's kind of a fun little addition, and why not use it, right? So that's the way this works. Obviously, I have some journaling to do later, but I think this is pretty good. So that's day 16 done. I do have some photos to print from all my errands that I was running today later. But other than that, I think we're ready to go. And I might, depending on what goes on tomorrow, I might use another one of those special page protectors because tomorrow's layout's going to be here. So I could, you know, do that. And I don't know what story I'm telling for Monday yet. It's going to be one of my backup stories. I can tell you that for sure. And I do have, I haven't done my ornaments yet, but it seems like a lot to do like 4 photos with that flip up, another 4 photos. Then I'll have 4 photos for sure from tomorrow. And then with the progression of the book, I probably want to relieve something. One other thing that I haven't done so far is I haven't done a page where I've done a full page of anything yet. And maybe that's something I need to think about, because I haven't documented my Hallmark movie watching stuff. So depending on what tomorrow looks like, how many photos I have. So in that page protector with the flip out, there's 6 on each side. So there's 12 photos, which doesn't mean I have to use 12 photos. It means because there's a flip here with the 2 here. So that's 6 and 6. Doesn't mean I have to use them all for photos. But maybe I will. We'll see. I did do a lot today. I just have to go back and look at what I took. I totally forgot to get a picture of the 3 of us together today, or the place we went. So I might look at the internet and see if I can pull a photograph of the place where we went. That's a tip. It doesn't always work because sometimes the resolution isn't good enough. But if it is, especially in a smaller format, that's a good little tip for you, you guys. So we'll see what tomorrow holds. I'm not exactly sure. And then my thought is it might be nice to do a full page. And I have a Hallmark movie watching calendar. So that could be just a fun, just a fun piece. Sometimes I do more than others. I have a few that are definitely gold stars, and I've watched enough of them now because I think there's only a couple this weekend left to watch, and I watched one already. So anyway, and that Hallmark movie watching calendar, or it's a list of the movies with check boxes, that's available at Hallmark.com if you just go there and look, or just Google 2023 Hallmark movie calendar. That's how I found it, because most years I don't know, I see it somewhere and I didn't this year. So I just went and Googled it. So that should work for you guys. All right, you guys. So that's it for the day today. Thank you so much for watching. And again, thanks for all your encouragement through the crazy sickness. But I really have turned the corner and am feeling so much better and just, more myself. So it gives me hope that all the stuff this week is going to happen, not to mention the big work week. So, all right, you guys, take care. Have a great rest of your night, and I will see you at some point tomorrow. Bye, everybody.